Good morning, Britain. Western governments in a race against time to evacuate nationals and refugees as the situation in Afghanistan deteriorates rapidly. We're live in Kabul throughout the morning. Rob on the ropes as the Foreign Office admit a crucial phone call to kickstart the evacuations never actually took place. And in the UK, dozens of local authorities pledged to take in thousands of Afghans fleeing the Taliban as the UN reports militants are stepping up the search for so-called collaborators.
Stop referring to the UK as a climate leader, because if you look at the reality, that is simply not true.
Greta Thunberg accuses the UK government of lying over claims it's the global leader when it comes to tackling climate change.
I got nothing left to lose or use, or do my bad habits lead to white eyes?
And I'm here with all your entertainment news, including why it's taken Ed Sheeran 4 years to produce his latest album.
And I'm in Henley-on-Thames, ahead of what is forecast to be a pretty wet weekend for much of the UK. But the light at the end of the tunnel is high pressure for next week, so we should see the sunshine coming back. All that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Friday, 20th of August, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Reid Chatterjee.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9 a.m. with Richard Bacon and Susanna here from 6:30. First, our top story. The Taliban are moving like we've got some sunshine coming our way. Good Morning Britain is here all the way through until 9 o'clock with Richard Bacon and Susanna here from 6:30. As the crisis in Afghanistan continues to deteriorate, Western governments are in a race against time to evacuate nationals and refugees. I'll be joined by Charles Davey from Afghan Aid, who was on a flight out of Kabul on Monday. Plus, Ed Sheeran has left fans in a frenzy, teasing his first album in 4 years. Richard Arnold will be here at 6:25. First, let's get the news, travel and weather where you are. Let's take a look at the front pages. The Daily Mail says Dominic... Thank you, Richard. Coming up, Susanna and Richard Bacon will be here in just a moment. Scrapping table service is vital to survival, many pub bosses claim. But with table service easier for punters, should we stop ordering at the bar? We're debating that just before 8.
Good morning, Britain. Pressure increases on the Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab as the Foreign Office admits a crucial phone call to get help evacuating interpreters in Afghanistan never actually took place.
Well, the story here is certainly changing, and it doesn't make Dominic Raab's position any more comfortable. It appears his inability whilst on holiday to have a conversation with his Afghan counterpart meant that potentially crucial call to help aid the escape of translators who'd helped British forces never happened at all.
Meanwhile, Western governments are in a race against time to fly out those desperate to flee Afghanistan. We'll be speaking to Britons stuck in Kabul throughout the morning.
Also this morning, we're joined by the rugby player left a quadriplegic after a horrific accident. He's now climbing mountains and preparing to present the Paralympic Games. That's Ed Jackson with a remarkable interview after 7.
I've gotta let go.
And after 8, we'll be finding out why, after a decade in Las Vegas, 80s pop icon and bros star Matt Goss is coming home.
Friday, 20th of August, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Richard Bacon.
Good morning. It's just gone 6:30 and welcome to the programme.
How's this week been?
It's been really good.
You like that drama, don't you? The introduction.
That's, yeah, in many ways, my favourite bit of the show is already over.
The bit where the voiceover guy introduces Richard Bacon. I found out a little bit of drama this morning.
Tell me.
You've been to Afghanistan.
I have, yeah.
You were out in Camp Bastion in 2013.
I went in 2013. And look, there I am I went to make a documentary for BBC Three about... Yeah.
It does.
Doesn't it? Yeah. It has an emotional impact.
Hey, Reid, good to have you here. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Still to come on the programme, Bros legend Matt Goss joins us live from Las Vegas to reveal how he's taking on the British charts again. That's after 8 o'clock. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. .58. Now, we understood, of course, that there were going to be COVID booster jabs in the autumn, but the
Friday, 20th of August, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Richard Bacon.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 7 o'clock.
The Taliban are moving quickly in Afghanistan to crush any signs of opposition, carrying out door-to-door searches for people they regard as Western collaborators at Kabul.
Right.
Let's get the news, travel and weather where you are. We'll see you in a moment.
Right. It's competition time now. I think Andy Peters is live on the show today. It's your chance to win.
That much sought after book. Right, change up the music, boys. It is Friday morning. Good Morning Britain here 5 days a week for you. I'm live on a boat here at Hobbs of Henley, and Good Morning Britain will continue after this break. You are, of course, watching the best breakfast TV show in the country. Good Morning Britain, live on ITV.
.39, Western governments are scrambling to get their citizens out of Afghanistan. Outside Kabul...
There'll be lots more still to come. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
See you in a moment.
It is around 5 to 8. You're watching Good Morning Britain live this Friday. I am in Henley with an amazing prize, £95,000 in totally tax-free cash. That sort of money could bring you...
Friday, 20th of August, 2021. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Richard Bacon.
Good morning, Britain. It's very nearly 1 minute past 8, and here's Ria with the latest headlines.
Good morning.
This morning on the programme, it's 13 minutes past 8.
Still ahead on Good Morning Britain, Bros legend Matt Goss joins us live to reveal why he's returning home after a decade in Vegas. That is after 8:30.
Now let's get the news, travel and weather where you are, and we'll see you in a moment. It's 8:15. Christine is in for Lorraine at 9. Morning, Christine. Still to come on Good Morning Britain. As nationals and refugees continue to flee Afghanistan, we are joined by the inspirational Ben Parkinson. 15 years ago, he became the most injured British soldier to survive the war in Afghanistan, and he joins us live with his mum after the break with his thoughts on what's going on. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. Ben Parkinson survived life-changing injuries while serving as a paratrooper to the lives of so many Afghans. Well, we're going to be joined by the Armed Forces Minister, James Heappey, after the break. Well, let's speak to Minister of State for the Armed Forces.
Beautiful unknown. Bye-bye.
Great to see you, Matt Goss. Thank you so much. Good morning, Britain. Back on Monday from 6. Now it's time to join Christine.